Hello everybody, this is the TheAireaidLord, and I know it is quite rare that you see me doing two of these videos in a row, meaning yesterday I made my quick gaming update explaining what I've been doing, and then I also tacked on Nintendo and Sony's press conferences from E3 that I forgot to finish. Now, I come to you with this video. Obviously you saw the title of the video. And let me explain. I unfortunately am not getting Duke Nukem Forever today, and I might not be getting it at all. And here's why. Now, again, you know, everyone who's watched my channel for the most part knows that, you know, I try to play major games, major releases, and that I'm very truthful about what I say. The problem that I have with Duke Nukem Forever, like, you know, again, I don't go off of gaming reviews, like IGN, GameStop. I don't go off of their reviews for the most part, but I had to, in some way, take into consideration those factors for this game. And what I mean is, I think it was last night, or even when I watched my friend Phil's weekend preview. Sometimes I'll just watch his weekend previews to see what's going on with him. When I watched it, he mentioned how some people were giving Duke Nukem Forever bad scores, bad ratings. They didn't like it at all. In fact, IGN, I just looked, IGN gave it a 5.5, which is pretty low for a game. If you get a 5.5, your game has to suck a lot. I'm just saying that. But I heard from Phil's update that people didn't like it, and he seemed to defend it. I don't know, maybe he's a hardcore Duke Nukem fan. I don't know, I mean, maybe he played it when it was old, you know, the old version, because everyone says that this is a direct sequel to the first Duke Nukem game that came out in the 90s. And I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I never played the first Duke Nukem. I didn't even hear about this series until last week. Or, well, it wasn't really last week, maybe the beginning of June, because I was looking over, I'm like, alright, what games am I going to buy for June? Then I saw Duke Nukem. I'm like, well, what the hell's Duke Nukem? So I looked up some footage, I looked up some reviews, and I usually do this for most games I get, because some of the games that I play, I don't know about them at all. Like, I know about, like, games like Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare 3, I'm obviously going to buy it, because I play Call of Duty, I know what to expect, I don't need to look into it, I know what I'm going to be buying. A game like Red Faction Armageddon, I have no idea, like, what it's about. I know what it's about now, since I've played it a little bit. But before I bought it, I had no idea. So, obviously I needed to do some research to understand the story, understand what Red Faction Guerrilla was all about, because Red Faction Guerrilla and Red Faction Armageddon are two totally different games for whatever reason. I'll get into that later, but I'm just mentioning that quickly. How I have to sometimes look up reviews, videos for games I don't know anything about. And Duke Nukem fell into this category. So, I don't know, I mean, everyone knows the story behind Duke Nukem. It's been in development for, what, 12 years now? And I think one of the reasons why it took so long was because I think it was originally going to be released for the old consoles, like the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. And then Sony and Microsoft switched over to 360 and PS3, and they kind of had to, you know, strip their game down and rebuild it to fit the next-gen graphics. That's what I'm thinking happened. I don't really know. I don't know the history of Duke Nukem, but that's my interpretation. And that was the interpretation of my friend at GameStop. When I go and get games at GameStop, I know some of the people who work there, my local GameStop. I talked to them about some of the games, and when I picked up Red Faction, I actually asked the guy, because I did pre-order Duke Nukem, so I was like, is it still in my queue? And he said yes. And I also asked him, you know, is it going to be good? And why did it take so long in the first place? And he kind of went through the history of why. He said that, you know, it was, you know, there were some, you know, graphic issues, and they had to change consoles and stuff. And, you know, Duke Nukem was kind of like a fun game. It's a very old style game. So, I don't know. I read all the reviews online. They all said it sucked. They say the game has graphical issues. They say the shooter aspect sucks. They say that there are like 3D graphics in it, that they say that those suck too. They say it's like degenerate in some parts, like it's gross, and just they don't like it at all. So overall, all these websites say the presentation of Duke Nukem is horrible. Now, obviously, I can't judge Duke Nukem yet because I haven't played it. You know, I almost want to play it and express my opinions, but I have to spend $60 on that game. I'm not going to spend $60 if I'm going to sell it in a week. And kind of think of it, that's what I should have done with Brink. If anyone remembers Brink, everyone remembers my opinions on Brink, but I hadn't heard about it until a week before it was released, and then I bought it. I thought it was the worst game ever, and then I sold it for $25, and I was basically ripped off of $35. So I'm not going to get into Brink. Everyone knows that I thought it sucked ass, and it did suck ass, but I'm just mentioning it real quick to compare it to Duke Nukem. I don't want to buy Duke Nukem and then not like it. Then I'm going to have to sell it, and I'm going to be out another $35. And it's a pain in the ass. I mean, I don't have unlimited money to keep pumping into this. It's fine if I buy like a couple of games a year, because if they don't have a multiplayer aspect to them, like Red Faction Armageddon, once I beat Red Faction's campaign and try a little bit of the online multiplayer, I'm probably just going to sell it, because it really doesn't have any, you know, it's like 4-player co-op for the invasion mode, which is like horde mode, and then there's the campaign, which, you know, I'm a couple of hours into it. I really don't know how long it is, but, you know, whether or not the campaign changes, if the story starts to pick up a little bit, you know, I'm probably just going to sell it. So that's what I do. Everyone knows when I beat most of my games, I sell them, unless it's a long-lasting game. Like, I waited for Homefront and Crysis 2. I kept those games for a while because I wanted to play multiplayer in the future. I wanted to play with some of my friends, some of my fans, with Phil when he does his fan appreciations. He usually notifies me when he does that. So I saved some of those games that have multiplayer. The single-player campaigns that last a little bit, I sell. So, I don't mean to get off topic, but I just want to explain myself, because I don't want people getting mad that A, I'm not doing Duke Nukem, and that B, I'm trusting outside gaming like websites that are giving this game horrible reviews, because a lot of the hardcore Duke Nukem fans seem to be outraged that so many people think this game sucks. And Phil was one of them. If you saw his video, you know, I usually promote his channel on my channel, but he was defending it. I don't know if, again, I mentioned, is he a fan? Does he just like it for the hell of it? Like, I don't really know. You know, who knows? Maybe he'll play it and maybe he'll hate it. But again, video gaming is his thing. Like, his job is video gaming, if you want to put it that way, but this is not my job. This is just a hobby of mine. So it's hard to drop $60 on a game I might like. If I knew I was gonna like it, like if I was like 90% sure I was gonna like it, like with Modern Warfare 3, I keep bringing that up. When I buy Modern Warfare 3, I know I'm going to like it, because I know Call of Duty, I know how it works, I know the system, I know the multiplayer, the single player, I know how the whole freaking system works. So I know I'm going to like the game to an extent. Maybe it'll be more of the same repetitive nonsense we've had for years, but I'm still going to like it, you know, in some way, shape, or form. Alright, so that's really it. So I'm not going to buy Duke Nukem today. Today is the 14th of June, so yes, this is the day that Duke Nukem comes out. Hold on a minute, I'm looking. New modes, weapons, and stories. Who gives a flying fuck? What the fuck is Child of Eden, now that I think about it? Oh, that's out. I don't have fucking Crisis 2 anymore. I don't know. I'm trying to find some information on Duke Nukem right now. Oh, look, it's Brink, the worst game ever. Alright. Alright, whatever. Screw it. Anyways, I was just trying to find some information on Duke Nukem. Since it comes out today, I would have thought that they would have had some sort of promotional thing for it. Nope. Not a single thing. Not a single thing for Duke Nukem. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's a... I don't know. Maybe it was more popular on the computer or the PS3. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck problem is. Ooh, I'm definitely going to be getting that game. Batman Arkham City. Definitely going to be getting that. I love... The Dark Knight, for those of you who don't know, is one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm definitely going to be getting... Wow, how ironic. Throw the controller down, it scrolls to that. Anyways, I can't find anything on Duke Nukem. But in conclusion, I'm not getting it today. I'm going to wait. I'm going to look at more reviews. I'm going to look at, you know, maybe I'll check out Phil's channel and see how he likes it after a couple of days. Because I trust his opinion, because he doesn't lie. He tells the truth on what he does. So maybe I'll go by his opinion. I'll look up some more websites, and maybe I'll go to other YouTube channels and see how people like it. I don't know. But right now, most people are saying that Duke Nukem sucks. I'm not going to take the chance. I'm not going to waste $60. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, really, to buy this minor game, especially when there are so many other games coming out this year. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I'm not going to be playing Duke Nukem, I guess the next thing I'm going to be playing is the new Fallout DLC. And then after that, I don't think there are, like, any games coming out after that. After the Fallout DLC, there's really, like, nothing for, like, 2 months. Well, not 2 months, but you know how July and August are slow months, so that's, you know, just my point. Oops. What the fuck? I did not mean to do that. Wow. Whatever. Alright, enough fucking around. So in conclusion, not doing Duke Nukem. Sorry. Please don't freaking thrash my video because I'm not playing a game. Like I've said, I can't play every major release. And kind of think of it, people are probably going to dislike this video anyways. There's always one asshole who dislikes this video for the heck of it. They don't even watch the video and they just dislike it. I find that freaking hilarious. It must just be like one guy just stalking my videos and disliking it every time it comes out. Because that seems to be the case every time I put out one of these gaming updates. But whatever, it's probably that one guy that I freaking blocked from my channel because he was being a fucking 12-year-old asshole, but whatever. Alright, sorry Duke Nukem, sorry everybody for not playing it, but I gotta do what I gotta do.